After I even finished my setup, this thing just went like, okay, I'm here. Let's talk. Cassie has gone home. But honestly, I didn't expect this eviction. I honestly did not expect Cassie. Ha, this Big Brother show, it will give somebody high blood pressure. God, not Cassie. I was almost sure that it was going to be Araga or Gerald. Like, and the irony of the whole thing that when you look at the lineup, Araga and Gerald are not even there. If it was two nominations today to have been Goddessa, and look at her. She sat down, she's busy. Goddessa is seeing herself like an OG. If only she did that this week, she was at the bottom. She knew that she was at the bottom this week. Hmm. I don't like the way she's trying to, will I say, isolate Nomy. What do I mean by that? If Abby wants to go and have a talk with Nomy, she should leave her. I really don't know what did Nomy do to Goddessa precisely, because aside from the fact that Goddessa complained that Nomy does not open up, does not speak about herself, what else did Goddessa do to what else Nomi did to Goddessa? And I heard her telling Abby that Abby did not tell her anything about herself that she can use against her. Does Nomi use people's what's up now with Goddessa? Does Nomi use people's whatever to I think the closest oh god have mercy. Oh Nomi was crying. Seriously crying. Oh. Hey, yeah. I said, so this girl that I was thinking is Obia. So there's this soft side of her. Like even saw text that is petting her. Doesn't even know how to do the petting, but he's trying anyway. Eh, if anybody told me Nomi was going to cry because somebody left, I'll say it's a lie. Oh. Yeah, we'll see what love can do. I'm so glad for Cassie anyway. At least he reached 1 month in the house before he left. And the guy was shocked. The guy was shocked. He didn't expect he was going to leave. Cassie was very shocked. He didn't expect that he was going to leave. Even me, I didn't see him leaving. No, to be honest with you, like, what is the criteria of eviction this season? What is the criteria for eviction this season, guys? Do anybody have an idea? What is the criteria? Because this thing, it is scatter my head. Like, I don't understand. Did you guys see the lineup of people that are at the bottom, like Cassie, Goddessa? If it was two eviction, Goddessa would have gone. Hmm. Oh God. Eh, this season is the eviction is unpredictable. You can't say for sure because honestly, where I was seated at, I thought Araga or Gerald was going. I was almost certain that either Araga or Gerald or both of them safe. Do you get? Or both of them. I was so shocked that these two guys are there. In fact, who noticed that Araga was not even at the bottom? Gerald was not even at the bottom. If they were evicting two people today, it would have been Cassie and then Goddessa would have followed. If it was three, Nomi would have also gone. Hey God, where are my Nomi supporters now? You people should keep voting for your girl now. I don't you guys want to prove a point? Eh? That girl's guts needs to be studied. Like, I don't know, is it guts? But at the end of the day, everybody has different backgrounds. Do you get like that's the way I see life? Everyone has their own ways that they were brought up. But ironically, it looks like Abby likes Nomi because you can see that Abby is ready to like speak with Nomi in case there's anything for them to trash out. But I don't know for some odd reason, um Goddessa was asking her to just leave. I hope you didn't tell her. No, Goddessa, see, if there's something I don't appreciate is where you expect me to inherit your enemies. Although the Nomi herself too is like that. Because imagine she giving Cassie ultimatum to stop speaking with what's his name? Tram. But then at least I know she couldn't do that. And Cassie's absence in the house shock everybody. Una for save him now. Una for save him. Hey, and who saw what happened between Bills and Yusuf? But you know about human beings who are very funny. past Big Brother, right? When things like this happen and the parties involved deny it, we get angry. We call them all sort of names. We think we feel offended that they are trying to play with our minds, or then say we be mumu. Now, for the first time, you guys are seeing people admitting, and you guys are, my problem with Bells, her mouth say they keep quiet. I used to keep telling her like she should guard her mouth, but you have already exposed yourself. You've already, yes, and there was a, I think that last week or so, was it last week or upper week that she and Yusuf had issues? Philip Thomas, hi, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, welcome. Is it last week or so that, no, not last week, upper week, that Yusuf and Bells were not in good terms? She brought it out. It came out of her mouth where she said, they've effed and and you know that kind of thingy. Like she was so, at the end of the day, will always forget that there's camera. You understand? They will always forget that there's camera. Philip Thomas, where are you from? What location, please? Where are you from? You get, hey, happy New Year, Onyeka, Onyeka, Onyeka. Onyeka, how fun? How you doing? So, who is your favorite this season? Do you know about Onyeka? I'm even tired of the program. I'm even tired of the show. It looks like the Big Brother show is even losing relevance. I swear. Like the housemates are trying. Oh, don't get it twisted. But I don't know. There's just something about this season. Like the housemates are doing well. Trust me, they are sticking to the theme of show yourself. But there's just something about it that I'm not just feeling it. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. Usually I'll be excited speaking about it, but yeah, my dear brother, the whole thing is, I don't know. I know when nepotism has entered something. Imagine see this season. When you can say, yeah, yeah, I missed you too. Imagine this season. Look at where these housemates are doing shakara of exit. They want to exit. Hey, God, these people, hey, it's a voluntary exit that is raining. Imagine yesterday Trump wants to exit. He was crying. Shiba was busy crying. Yes, the show is not exciting. Onyeka, thank you. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe because I don't know. I just felt that, or am I gradually outgrowing this show? Onyeka, there's time for everything. I started asking myself, well, am I beginning to outgrow it? Is it time for me to, in fact, guess what, Onyeka, I'm trying, although I've procrastinated this for long, but I'll just try after this show, I don't understand. Onyeka, God bless you. I just don't understand. Before I would have been excited to come and do commentary, but this time around, I just saw myself like I was forcing myself. Can you even see the views are not even like banger like before? Nature that was beginning to grow on me is not only you, Onyeka. She also grew on me. Like I started liking her. Initially, I wasn't seeing her. Yeah, like not I wasn't seeing her, but I wasn't feeling her. You get what I'm trying to say to you? I just saw her like this one that just came with a pretty face. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. Like, okay, let me make an example. Like last season, what's her name? Dede is a pretty face, but with action, sort of. Do you understand? Sort of. Although if you look at Dede's action, it actually came to her, right? So Nature too had that potential. But what exactly do you think happened? Imagine she didn't even come on stage, no interview. What happened? Was it family issue? What really happened with Nature's situation? Because nobody is saying anything. Nature situations comes up very mysterious. I've never had this kind. I don't think anything of sort has ever happened in the past. Or yeah, has it? The ladies are not as beautiful, and the guys are not daring enough. What do you want the guys to do? How will you say the guys are not daring enough when Ricky is toasting a married woman? I said when Ricky is toasting a married woman. Hey God, how can you say the guys are not daring enough? See, I just feel that it's just like every business, yeah. Go Onyeka. It's just like every business. There's always the beginning stage. There's always the time that the business will boom. Then there will be a time that there will be like a decline. It's just law of nature. Do you understand? It's just I'll say law of nature, right? Um Everything that goes around comes around. No, Shiba, no, Abby, not Shiba, Abby, the current head of house, this week's head of house, Abby. Abisola, she's married. No, no, no. Hey, you didn't see him last week. Although this is it. This is it. I don't think he's coming from any Bonny boy, sha. But he said, see, don't mind Ricky. Ricky doesn't know what he wants. Ricky is just wear belle face. That is the thing. Ricky now just and Ricky, any girl that will just give Ricky a free pass, Ricky will go down with her. Let me tell you what I've noticed with Ricky, yeah. Ricky is Ricky last week. I forgot who he was speaking with. He said he can't go for Shiba, that Shiba is too old, that he prefers small, small girls. That is what he said. He said he prefers younger girls. Ricky is giving content, sha. He's giving his own kind of content. And just let me tell you something. That I was on frankly speaking with Glory's live stream. That was yesterday, Saturday, but there was something she was saying about Ricky, and she's a very good observer, you know. And among all the commentators, she's the one I watch the most. She really observed Ricky. You see the life that Ricky is living. That is Ricky's lifestyle. Oh goodness God, that is Ricky's lifestyle. If you know people from Bonny Island, because I'm based in Port Harcourt. If you know people from Bonny Island, soft life. And they know they old. Stress themselves. So they know they old. You see, is you people that saying that Ricky is the content. When they say Ricky is not doing anything, I'll just laugh. I'll say, look, guys, Ricky is doing everything. Now, they see that is Ricky for you. I did Shaq and Marine before, but they exaggerate. Their own is so exaggerated. You know, Glory is more direct, just like myself. You know, everybody leans towards their look alike. You get what I'm saying? Shaq and Marine, I used to watch them, but they exaggerate a lot. Like their commentary is cool, right? But I think it's not for me. I have nothing against their commentary, but it's just not for me. It's not for me. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? They try to create their own content inside the content. You get what I'm trying to say to you, but uh, I just, uh then time to time too. Sometimes I watch better, Austin Better. Sometimes I watch Easy Name. But my dear, to be honest with you, since this show started, the only person I have been watching consistently is frankly speaking with Glory. To be honest with you. So we're talking about Ricky. How can you are you not seeing the Riverine boy there? Hey God, you should leave Ricky for me there. Oh. Ricky, and you know what? He's just this carefree guy. See, someone like Ricky. If you want vex for Ricky, you know, I was even surprised when at the beginning Ricky was even beefing Nomy. Or maybe because it was just the beginning of the show, they just entered, so he felt disrespected, right? I was even surprised because when I just, as in, hmm, when I just saw Ricky's move, like from the stage self, I say, hey, they don't come, they don't come, they don't come, they don't come. Enjoyment people don't come. If you see his life, he doesn't like stress. He doesn't like stress. You can do vex. You know, you come in school, oh God, as in I'm just doing everything at the same time. It's a whole lot. Honestly speaking, don't worry, I'll call you. It's a whole lot happening. Like there's so much behind the scene. Forget all these things that you see. But I like the girl. Oh. I don't know why I like Nomi. Mieka, I don't know why I like Nomi. I just don't know why. I even hate making excuses for her. But I don't know why I like that girl. Hey, I don't know. But see her, she's human. And see the way she was just crying that Cassie left. And what exactly is it? And I did tell you, now she be big girlfriend this season. I did tell you. But let me tell what me I've noticed though. At least when you have done a little bit of sociology now, there are some things I want to put together. I might be wrong, I might be right. Just my perspective. And as I initially said, sociology respects every opinion. Nobody is dull. Everyone has their own entitlement and their own conclusion. When Nomi came in, there was that excitement. Don't forget the theme of the event is show yourself. Literally show yourself, right? And Nomi is a fashion designer. You can see during that their first whatever, okay, not first per se, but the day they asked everybody to show himself. you could see clearly that she's good. She's good. Like she sits right from the beginning. She will sit, use her hands to design clothes and all of that. Now, Nomi is a fashionista, right? Fashion designer. In as much as they said she did her body, but that's by the way. Now you could see that she came to show herself like aesthetically, right? Then boom, that issue of the bench warmer back to back. Nobody has taken over the bench warmer from how back to like see I've never been in a space like that, yeah. But let's just talk about coming to an unfamiliar place. That one Kuma is her own stubborn head. That one is her stubborn head. You get, and Nomi is feeling that people are not seeing what she's. I don't know how to put it for you, but I don't know how Cassie managed to get on her good side. I really don't know how Cassie managed to get on her good side. And for some odd reason, Goddessa was trying to discourage her from warming up to Cassie. But I'm glad she ignored Goddessa on that. Goddessa did enjoy herself with Araga, but she no one make another person enjoy your own self. She's enjoying her Araga's company, but I remember her asking Nomi that she should not get too close to Cassie, that she doesn't trust Cassie, that Cassie is too faced, or something like he's fake. I don't like. You know, anytime this housemate said people are fake, I asked myself, are you real? Onyeka, please answer this for me. Please, please, and answer it from the bottom of your heart. Don't lie. Those just keep a straight face and answer me. Onyeka, dear, what happened today this evening between Ebuka, Bells, and Yusuf? What is your take? Please, I need your take urgently. Like, Onyeka, my head once scatter on behalf of Bells. It just did me as if it's me, it didn't happen to gang. I know that for the most times we always get offended if these housemates try to gaslight us by trying to make us think as if we didn't see well. I know for seasons, several seasons, that things like this happen. Even just the last one that ended, Saltex, I say Saltex, Sultana and Jason J. I just why did you call her a coward? Because and you see her that's why Yusuf keeps telling her that she should control her mouth. Bells talks a lot. I knew that guys were going to I knew that guys were going to be proud of Yusuf. But that guy did F13. Oh more my people go say now man be this like the F13 like. And did you see his composure? Oyeka, did you see his composure? He, you know that about on several seasons, things like this happen, and they'll come and say, no, that is what do they call it? They call it aggressive cuddling. Even Bright and what is this her name? Mide that crashed their own, their own too. It was a routine. Imagine they were telling us that it's aggressive cuddling. For the very first time, okay, I won't say first time, this is the second time because I remember during which season self that pilot won, that pilot miracle won. I remember that his season two, the girl Nina admitted. She said, yes, we did it. Yes, I remember that. So this is the second time I'll say bluntly, whole her. Someone is like, and the way he admitted it, shy is the thing, right? Because I remember the one that happened prior, the one of the Nina, at least it was during media rounds, if I'm not mistaken, Abby. She admitted, right, that yes, they did it or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But on a live freaking show, why is she denying it? Guy was not having it on a knack, period. We knew it was so glaring. Like we knew, but we're used to, to forget. Yeah, us now and double standards. We're used to that denial. We're used to that double standard. So for the first time, we could not even handle the truth. There are certain situations that you think you can handle the truth, or you think you want the truth, but trust me, when the truth comes staring you in the face, you wouldn't want it, my dear. You wouldn't want the truth. Most of the time, we think we can handle the truth, but trust me, when the truth comes staring us in the face, we cannot handle it. Nobody will kill them. Besides, they are adults. No underage goes into Big Brother house. Only adults go into Big Brother house. So, and she said it even, upper week or so, that she was quarreling with Yusuf, that they didn't even speak for almost like 3 or 4 days. She was saying that, what's there? All they just did is, she said it. She admitted. Everybody in the house even knows. Yesterday, Seth, Blutopia was telling Yusuf that, is this the only talent? Is this how he wants to show himself? So he was now saying that, even on the stage, he told Ebuka that when he sees somebody that he likes, which does he even really like Bells? And Onyeka, do you think he even likes Bells? Bells, no, Yusuf, the first day they started chiking, I mean, the first day they started the talking stage. As soon as Bells asked Yusuf what was his type, and Yusuf said he did not have a type, I just knew he didn't like her. I've noticed that in with guys. If a guy comes to you and he's talking to you, and you ask him about his type and he tells you he doesn't have a type, trust me, he's not attracted to you, but he doesn't want to offend you. Yes, I've noticed that thing very well with guys, because let me tell you, guys get attracted by what they see. While we ladies, we get attracted by what we hear, and even what we see too. And we also get attracted by what we see. We like fine things too, right? But at the end of the day, you will now realize that what still attracts you more to that fine thing is still what comes out of the person's mouth. Well, basically, men, if you ask me, I'll say 90% of what you guys assess is the physical beauty. The moment he told her that he does not have a type, I just knew that this guy was not attracted to her. He was just trying to use her to catch cruise, but he didn't want to offend her. But used to for no talk and for life shusha. Exactly, Onyeka. Thank you. He should have talked to her. He should have talked to her privately. How? How would he have spoken to her privately? For him to say it on live shows doesn't. No, but he doesn't like bills. He doesn't like bills. That's what I'm saying. Onyeka, men feed with their eyes, right? While we feed, we're fed with our ears. You get what I'm saying, yeah? So Yusuf doesn't like bells. Yusuf has never hidden it. Martins was his body where he really opens up and talk. He doesn't like the girl. Okay, look at what happened. Say, was it 2 or 3 days ago where he wanted her to come to his bed? Look at the way he's inviting her to his bed as if it's one job interview. There is no. Will I use the word coercion, or coercion sounds deceptive? But what I'm trying to say to you is that there is no, how do I put the word? Onyeka, you're an adult and you know what I'm trying to say to you. When there's an attraction between a male and a female, there's this thing, okay, let me say mutual understanding, right? That I don't need to tell you that I want you to come to my bed. I don't need to tell you to come to my bed. You don't need to tell me to come to your bed. If there's a genuine chemistry from each other's interaction, I don't need to ask you, should I come to your bed? Or you don't need to tell me to come to your bed. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you. But if you see the way Yusuf and Bells are fixing their appointments, it's very annoying. And like I said to you, the whole interaction between them, or the whole intimacy between them, um, I don't know how to put it for you. Too much of everything is bad, Sha. Too much of everything is very bad. Even Ricky, at some point, started trying to like mock them or ridicule them, where he would say, "Oh yeah, now let them go ahead so he can watch." You know, if like it's so. Look, I think that was the fact that Yusuf does not like her. That's one thing. That's one very major thing. Yusuf is not feeling the girl. Yusuf is just using her to catch cruise in the house, and just to use her and be changing engine oil, if you know what I'm saying, right? But well, see, I don't want to blame Yusuf. I still don't want to blame Yusuf. There is no need. I don't want to blame Yusuf. For the longest of time, we have always wanted the truth from these housemates. Now, for the first time, we got the truth, and we cannot accept the truth. We cannot handle the truth. We cannot. But at the end of the day, Bells should understand that this boy doesn't have her back. This guy, and now this house, if you get anybody, we get anybody back. It's a game house, like I always say. It. I'm not saying they are enemies, right? But they should bear in mind that they are rivals. They should bear in mind that they are competition to each other. There is no. That's correct. There is no really emotions. It's not that it's not there. It's like they are doing hide and seek. You know why for me I feel that connections in Big Brother house is difficult because to begin with, you guys are in a confined space. You guys do not have obstacles. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? And you people are not really in the real world. You might be on a reality show, a 24 hours live streaming, but there are no obstacles. And everything happens very fast because, like I said, you guys are in a confined space. You guys are in a confined space. So, to me, they are adults doing the do within the short period of time that they're doing it to. I don't judge them for it. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? I do not judge them for it at all. You get what I'm saying? What am I what where I'm trying to hit the nail on the head is that in Big Brother's house there cannot be a genuine connection. Do you know why I said so? They can hardly be a genuine connection because look at the past relationships that we even had, even the ones that have led to marriage. You can see divorce, even the current one now that is trending between Shegs and Bella. I mean, I'm surprised that Shegs and Bella are even still together. I mean, I thought they've broken up since. Do you get? I busy Emmanuel and Liko Rose. Ima's own self, right from the house, there was nothing. I don't even know what people were pushing on them. It was just the audience that were crazy about shipping, right? But at the end of the day, when they go out, those relationships are very difficult to maintain. I suspect that Gidoni and what's this girl's name? Gidoni and is it Kafi also? I suspect that their own has stood the test of time because they are not in Nigeria. Because honestly, paparazzi, blogs, they are also another bad market. They are also another jinx. You see, when your relationship is in the public eye, is another jinx. I suspect that Gidoni and Kathy were able to sustain their own relationship because they are outside Nigeria. So outside the country, they are living their lives normal. Nobody knows that they are celebrities. They are living their life. So I think the absence of the paparazzi, the absence of the internet, the blogs, and all of that, I think it helps to sustain relationship. You get me, ba? But these other ones that are all here in Nigeria, guy, um, no, 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 no. Just observe, Onyeka, any relationship that comes to social media, now the thing, you need a lot of prayers for it to stand the test of time. Who now? Who are the people still staying? Aside from Gidoni and Kafi, who have stayed? Bella and Shex, I never even knew their relationship was even still standing till now that the whole thing scattered. But some are still who? That's what I'm saying. Just Kafi and Gidoni. When you say some, it's like there are more than one. Just that couple. And I am saying that based from my own perspective, their relationship is still um there. Good. Thank you, Onyeka. And part of what helped them kept it private is the fact that they are abroad. Is the fact that they are not in Nigeria. Over there, who knows that they're celebrities? Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? Now, see Temi in Kem now. She has become a celebrity here in Nigeria now. But the moment she packs her things and go back to London, who knows her again? You get what I'm saying? So she's back to her normal life. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, see the other doctor that came in that no lose guard or so that came with that his pair Ben. What's that doctor's name, Seth? He has gone back his thing. See Mike. You remember Mike was he in Pepper Dem also, if I'm not mistaken. Was he in that season? So Gidoni and Kafi, I give credit to the fact that they are abroad. Okay, later. I give credit to them that they are abroad, number one. And then number two, again, the fact that they are not in the public eye. No wahala. Okay. But I have a lot. I've gone back to school in my Nika. So it's a whole lot for me, I swear. I don't even know how I'm coping. I am still, it's just the grace of God. So, privacy too matters, to be honest with you. Like, with the kind of toxicity now that is on the on the internet space, honestly speaking, if you're this kind of person that has this very close knit, right, with your family, I would advise you not to bring it out on social media, right? And there's something I noticed again, like I said, based on the toxicity in the internet space, the jealousy, the backbiting. I even wanted to make a video on these ladies of Real Housewives of Lagos, Dabota and they them, but I've just been so busy. I've not been able to do, because for me that's a topic that is so personal. When you can, I got to a point that in my life that I don't want to make friends again. At first, I thought there was something wrong with me, but later I realized that there was nothing wrong with me. To be honest, I'm not a Gen Z that is all about their mental health, but I would say I have learned to conserve my mental health. I cannot preserve it totally, but I have learned to conserve it. Like, adult friendships is a whole lot. Adult friendship is too transactional. Adult friendship is too transactional. All right, then no wahala. Is too transactional to the point where the friendship is not even the reason for the connection. Is the transaction. Like me here on Yeka, I'm in Port Harcourt. Let me tell you something about friendships in Port Harcourt. People meet you and they begin to size you. Now, when these people are sizing you, if you're the type of person that have low self-esteem, you feel intimidated. I get what I'm trying to say to you. But guess what? The person sizing you doesn't even have shishi. Now, the reason why they are sizing you is to know if they can be able to benefit financially from you. Can you see the irony of the whole thing? They are not sizing you based on competition. Oh. No, they are sizing you based on exploitation. So, adult friendship, to be honest with you, I have gotten to a point where I don't want to be offended by the fact that you're saying shit about me. Are you understand what I'm trying to say to you? It hurts me if someone that I know puts says things, puts me down or slanders me. If someone that I don't know, like you now, if you say nasty things about me on Yeka, I don't care. I don't know you like that. Yeah. But let's say someone that I have very close to my heart. Mm-hmm. Someone that I have very close to my heart, like someone, my friend that is supposed to have my back, that is supposed to, even if you want to say something about me, I believe you shouldn't say things that will put me down. You shouldn't. Okay, let me give you an example here. Yeah, Onyeka, I used to have a friend, which now is the person is no longer my friend. I used to have a friend that I brought very close to my place, to myself, to my around me. And when we had issues, this same person went outside. I was telling people my weak points. Everyone have flaws. Everyone have their weak points. Everyone, just the way we have our strengths, that is how we have our weaknesses. Even SWOT analysis. Albert Humphrey, that brought about SWOT analysis, even identified strengths and weaknesses. So it then means that it's human nature. Nobody is perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. That is why when people are so hard on all of these Big Brother housemates, especially people like Nomy, I like, no, you guys shouldn't do that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their opinion and everybody is different in their own ways. So you go out there, you're my friend, I've brought you so close to me, and something happens and you cannot differentiate between our friendship and enmity, and you comfortably go out there and say things about me, it's going to really, really hurt me. Because whatever you say about me, it can be true, it can be a lie. However, you and I have been very close. So it's very easy for everything you say about me to be true. So that is why I call it slander. Okay, well, is slander the right word? Because when you say things about me that are true, my flaws, especially that maybe I've been hiding, I wouldn't want people to know. There are things that I of course, I'm a working, everyone is a work in progress for those that do not allow their big egos to control them. Exactly. I know I have my flaws as a human being. You get what I'm trying to say to you. I have my own bad character. Let me say the truth. But it's not fair for you to come close to me as a friend, and then just because we have issues, you go and throw me under the bus. You got like what Goddessa is doing to Nomy. I don't like it. At least once upon a time, they shared a very beautiful friendship. Will I call it friendship? A big companionship. I don't know which one. Let's just call it friendship. And then today, you're the same person slandering the same person. And the anger that Goddessa has against Nomy is that Nomy does not discuss intimate things about herself. If she doesn't want to talk if she doesn't want to open up about herself, it's fine. Besides, what has opening up done to you, to them in the house? When you look at the matching patterns, what has opening up in Bibera's house done to most of the people that opened up? It brings pain. What do I mean by it brings pain? When you and someone fall out, the person still uses those same things that you said about them to rubbish you. And I hate that thing. I hate it. Like I hate it. Like these are one of the things that I tell people that I allow into my space. I will tell you that please, when we have issues, feel free to insult me. But please don't use the things I've told you in a good time. Don't use my vulnerabilities against me. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you. Because when we're talking to each other, getting to know each other, sometimes we let our guards down. You know, at the end of the day, in as much as we don't believe in therapy, but we believe in talking to someone. And then those same things that I told you about myself, so deep about myself, to go out and say it to people that are not even friends with me is not fair. You get what I'm trying to say to you? It's not fair because at the end of the day, if anything, everyone has an image. That was like what happened today was a shock to all of us. In as much as these are things that we always criticize the housemates for, but today that it has happened the way we didn't expect, it shocked everybody. Where Yusuf blatantly admitted in front of millions of people that um him and Bells have don't do the do. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So you can imagine the perception. Not necessarily we're seeing them like bad people. No, no, no. But the perception, like you can see the whole nah, this guy don't spoil this game mind. And I pray she doesn't go back to his bed again if she has any pride. If Bells has any outer of pride in her, you know, as much as Yusuf has sort of bruised her, but whatever, let her pick it up. There's nothing there. You get what I'm trying to say to you, and just move on. You understand? I hope she doesn't go to his bed again. I hope she doesn't knock again with this boy. If she does, then she has a problem. At this point, I'll be tempted to label her what I don't want to label her. Mhm. Don't mind Goddessa, you have to warm yourself up to Nomy. Be patient with her. It's just 4 weeks. I don't think Goddessa is Goddessa is not loyal to anybody. She has said it now. I think she was discussing who was she even talking to, and she said she doesn't have friends in the house. She said it. She said even the Shiba's relationship, she was saying something about it. Was it yesterday or so? She was saying that Shiba told her that Onyeka, I go blow your teeth. She was saying something about Shiba to who said that Shiba is strong, but Shiba still needs someone that is also strong. I say, see you. If only you know that today you're in the bottom three. That Shiba also says she needs someone strong to lean towards. So you can even see that in her head, in Goddessa's head, she's running the show. And so I wish say dem evict two people today. Her eye for clear, she for dey outside by now. Her eye go clear, she go dey where she dey watch Nomy for television. She thinks she thinks now she's looking at herself like a gangster. She's looking at herself like she's running the shit in the house. Plus Saltex self decided to make her head big the other day that Biggie gave them those questions where Saltex said he feels that Goddessa is the one running the house. Which yes, I wouldn't take it away from her. She's walking like a wall, she's walking like a digital clock, but running things in the house is one thing. The most important is the audience outside, is us, the voting public. were the most important thing. Are you running us? Are you controlling us? Are you in charge of our voting power? So that is it. No matter how you brag in Biggie's house, it's just in Biggie's house. It takes you coming out as a housemate to realize if you were really the show. It takes you coming out to realize if you really had the people's voting power. Because this one is not like our Nigerian politics that you can manipulate, you can rig, you can, in as much as I know that Nigeria is Nigeria, one or two things will be happening behind the scene, but as an individual, as a housemate, you do not have that capability, you do not have that power. So that is it. I pray say her own go get pride because her conji has to get pride. May she just the one way she don't do, don't do. After all, we've already gone halfway. Now, fifth week, we don't enter. So it's only 10 weeks they normally stay now. So she has gone halfway, making the one when in don't chop, making whole and like that for body. And but I wish Bells has the guts to play the kind of game that Temi or Goddessa is playing. That game of trying another guy in the house. Do you get trying another house on the guy in the house? There was something you said, Onyeka. You said the girls are not fine and the boys are not daring. See, we have come to a society now, or we've come to an era where what you term as guts might get you into trouble. I hope you know that. What you call that guts as a man might get you into trouble because now there are several forms of abuse that you might not know you're doing that. Whether we like it or not, the old ways are gradually becoming obsolete. The old ways are gradually becoming obsolete. Imagine we have gotten to a point now where we accept men braiding their hair, plaiting their hair. In the past, it took a long time for even the security agency to accept men or boys braiding hair or carrying dreadlocks because of social justice now that is in play where there's less prejudice, right? There's less um stereotyping, so there's more acceptance. But in as much as there's more acceptance, there's also more um which word will I use? There's also more awareness that was embedded in our naivety. You are good, you get. So that God that you're calling can go and get you into trouble, can give you a name that pass your power. Thank you so much, dear. I so miss you. You get can also get you into big trouble. Thank you so much for keeping me company, Onyeka. I really appreciate. So that's daring you're talking about, Onyeka, can go and dare you into trouble. Can go and dare you into trouble. You get, because now a lot of voices that were silent, a lot of voices that were placed beneath the hierarchy are gradually becoming obvious. Yeah, thanks, dear. Thank you. Are gradually becoming visible. Sure, you understand. Like in sociology, they will say inclusivity. Social justice brought about inclusivity. It wants to carry everyone along. And Onyeka, I don't know, give me advice, please. This is a very quick one here. I want to really make this channel a very, very I want to make it a very, you hear what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating it. I want to make it a very, very intellectual space. I just don't want it to just be about commentaries on Big Brother shows. I want it to also be content based on life, like based on, I don't want it to be an amebo. No, no, no. I don't want to dive into that kind of content, right? Now they fear lawsuits, like I told you. Now social justice is doing a whole lot. Yes, now there's a lot of what will I say, legal actions that can be taken. Yeah, thanks there. But what kind of topics do you think will do well? Like I told you, I do not want to go into I want to talk about people and blogs, but I do not want to gossip. Are you getting me? Sometimes even away from people, I want to talk about just general just like I said, intellectual space. Okay, let me give you an example of what I've been trying to put down based on when all of this show ends. I would maybe by October, by the special grace of God, I would start trying those contents. Um, as much as YC said that there's a load of uprising, but I still feel that there is still room for intellectual contents, right? Let me give you an example. Let's say talking about, I don't want it to be too personal again. Why don't you pick trendy topics and give your opinions about them? Okay. Like that's why I said I want to still talk about people and vlogs and people and blogs, right? People and blogs. But I don't want it to be too deep. I don't want it to come off like gossip. My brother, I don't have money for lawsuit though. People these days now, you don't I can only explain to you, right? But I cannot help you understand what I just explained to you. It's left for you to use your intellectual capacity. You understand? It's left for you to use your cerebral cells to process it. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, I need to be more involved on the social media space. That's correct. That's very correct. That's correct. I don't want to gossip. I've told you that one clearly. And I do not want to be too opinionated or judgmental, but I want to be able to have a very balanced. That was why I said I wanted to make a video, which I'll still do, about Diadem and Dabota's friendship, like something within that concept, something within that topic, around that topic. You get what I'm saying to you, yeah? Because for me, I feel that I want to do everything. If possible, I don't even mind throwing light on business, right? I might not be like one of the biggest entrepreneur, but I think I have some experience of close to a decade, because this is going to make it my eighth year. Eight, because I started my cosmetic business in 2018, and this is 2000, and this is in 2018, and this is 2026, 2026. So I am tilting towards a decade. So I don't know if those aspects should just still remain on my other channel, of course, but I just feel that there has to just be a balance. Maybe I can bring a little bit of it, sprinkle, sprinkle here, there, about here and there, right? But just something that will put me out there to be able to have consultations. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you. Yes, okay, that's a good one too. Let me write it. Let me don't forget. That's a very good one. That girl. Now you can, when I talk my opinion now, if you slap me. When I say something now about that, I know out off topic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Off topic. You see, that girl, how old is she? I believe she should be in her early 20s. For her to be able to call Tony, I feel social media also contributed to this level of nonchalancy, because I would still say she was nonchalant. If you look at that girl, she's not up to 27. So her frontal lobe is not fully developed yet. And your frontal lobe needs to be fully developed for you to be able to make certain social reverse and move. If you know what I'm trying to say to you. Because okay, when we talk of evolution, when we talk of evolution of human beings, starting from the Homo habilis, the Homo erectus, and eventually the Homo sapiens, which we are an extension of Homo sapiens. If you look at what the archaeologists have done in general, they studied the brain, of course, the medulla oblongata of this species, and realized that a lot of them, the both homo the a lot of those evolution didn't have that frontal cortex, in as much as there was space for it, but it wasn't there. And hence the reason why they didn't know how to talk, but they were making sounds. They didn't know how to make fully, they didn't know how to make a proper social decision. Do you get? They made decisions because they were farmers, they made farm tools, like Homo erectus self, they were more of architects, right? But I don't know, history says that it was their laziness that made them become extinct, right? So what am I trying to say here to you, my dear brother, is the fact that brain development plays a major role. You know, unfortunately, the African culture tends to give us so much weight to carry. I'm not trying to infantilize that girl because I believe that from whatever age, she should be taught to respect her elders. But by the side, social media also kind of cancelled some of our cultural norms and values. And in a bid to embrace innovation, you know, there's something with us, Africa, probably because we are already lost. I'm sorry to use that word. We are already lost. Because when you even talk about our constitution in Nigeria, where did it come from? Thanks. God bless you. I wish I have a recharge card to send to you. I be data to send to you. Okay. Now, technically, what am I saying here? That girl is not, she's not a child. She's an adult. We know fully well. But it is what it is. Social media has created a certain lifestyle. Okay, I don't know if you've come across all these advertisements. I usually skip them. I don't even waste my time. Where is AI? Where they will say, I am 40 waiting. I would not say how are you. I would not say thank you. I will not. What the then what will I say? So you see these digital natives, which are obviously the Gen Zs, because we have digital natives, we have digital immigrants. When you talk of digital divide, there's usually that comparison between the immigrants and the natives. Now, these Gen Zs are the natives. They own social media. They grew up in social media. Like, do you know that these people size themselves, their worth? They size themselves based on their following on social media. Onyeka, if you and I meet face to face, you and I know very well that our first assertion of each other, assertion of each other, that's, you know what I mean, right? Wouldn't be by social media following. True or false? But it's so unfortunate that these digital natives, that is what they know best. When I see young children on top of iPad, tablet, laptop, I pity them because these people are losing the core essence of childhood. So what do you expect? These children are intelligent. I don't take it away from them, but there are some social values, social cultural values that is missing because the world now has become a global space. So these children are growing based on their orientation on the internet. Have you been on TikTok? Onyeka, I remove my slippers. I run away from TikTok. Like TikTok wanted to give me, I don't know which word to use. I don't want to use a big word, but TikTok nearly messed up my emotions. Like, you know, when you're talking of information work, yeah, in order for you to give and receive information, you need to be in a right frame of mind. Your emotions need to be in check. I swear, Onyeka, TikTok messed up my emotion. We have a culture and a way of life. It should be respected. Does that lady call her father by name? Almost the world is turning into something else. That lady does not call her father by name. But don't forget, we have gotten to a place again in this world. We have gotten to a point where we have a lot of um predators. Yes, in the past. Come now, why people talking like this? Is it because it's Tony Emelu? Is it because it's Tony Emelu? If it was me now or you, that girl stand and call with our name, nobody would have noticed it. Oh. Is it because it's Tony Emelu? You know one thing with Nigerians, we're a bunch of hypocrites. You know what has finished us? It's just like there was one guy that they brought on Honest Bunch podcast that said that what Nigerians respect is only money. We do not respect anything other than money. I will just you. That's a story for another day. You get what I'm saying? Nigerians do not respect anything other than money. if that girl had called another person that was not up to Tony Emelu standard by name, nobody would say anything. You know what I've just noticed with the social media space now? Yeah, because there's no control. Anybody now is a media person. Right now, even the investigative journalist or the mass communication students now, they are almost non-existent, right? Like they are invincible, whereby a lot of those um viral blogs are not even coming from professionals. Yes, I can go viral tomorrow. I'm not okay. I'm studying now to be a proper information professional, though. But what am I trying to say to you? The social media space now has destroyed the mainstream media. So now there are little or no laws governing the circulation of information. There are little or no laws governing the spread of information. So, what am I not trying to say here to you, Onyeka, is the fact that um, passion is not the goal, is not the driving force for people putting out information. My brother, money, money is. So people rush to come and say things, or they do follow. Okay, there was this trend. I don't know if it's still there. There's this trend. Let me still, it's still, I would say it's still present. It's not past tense. There's this trend of speaking about very dark man. If you just put your camera now and begin to talk about very dark man, you will blow. If you're like, now, this is my channel that is slow, that is not even monetized yet, right? If I should now begin to talk about very dark man against him or for him, I'll blow. And that was how when the boy said he is the god, he owns social media. He was correct. He was correct. Yes, he was very, very correct when he said that. To be honest, you are right. But why am I saying what I said? Is because the lady is under training under his company. You can't call your boss. You can't call your boss. I get you. But you realize that in management, there's something called, as a leader, right? There's something called interpersonal skills. As a leader, you should have interpersonal skills. There are so many skills a leader should have, and interpersonal skills is one of them. And interpersonal skills is a little bit too informal. Are you getting me? And then, like I keep telling you, the social media has sort of messed up a lot of things. It has sort of destroyed some of our cultural values. Yeah. So, interpersonal skill can be something that can create that I don't want to use the word disrespect, but can create that guts. It build that guts. Imagine when I was going live a lot on TikTok. You see me like this. Look at me, oh, Mama Nuku like me, Onyeka. You see one boy of 24, 25, 26. If then try 27, we come and be calling me babe. Uncle, why are you calling me babe? Let respect is reciprocal. At least call me ma, then me too, I'll call you sir. Yes, me, they fear me to respect person, no matter how young the person is, right? So that social media space, like I told you, the digital natives have become so comfortable on the social media space to the point that they do not even notice age. You see men and women in their 70s dancing. I can't look away. Hey, I can't look away. Let me be. Let me be. Let me be. And you know what I'm trying to say? What am I? The same songs that this Gen Z are dancing to, we are equally dancing to it. So tell me, where is the demarcation? What do you want me to say now, Yika? You know? So now, how do I even put it for you? Like those days when we're growing up, yeah? When we go for events, when our parents want to get down, it's usually get down on it. Eh, get down on it. It's usually their old school song. The moment new school songs start playing, like let me use my own era, I'm a millennial, obviously. Let me use my own era. It gets to they do me, or busybody, My mama no go dance to busybody. The moment the DJ puts that one, my mother will go and sit down. So you see, there was a demarcation, there was a flow, there was a generational attachment or a generational connection. But as we speak now, there is none of that. There is none of that. Which song do you like? Blessed and alive. I can't look away. I can't look away. I can't, but what am I trying to say to you? It's what is happening on the social space, whether we like it or not. Let's stop acting as if these children are born by default with respect, with values. Okay, let me break down something for you, my dear brother. Yeah, every individual, according to sociology, sociology is a very diplomatic uh, um, area of study whereby they do not look down on anybody, in as much as they are the ones that brought about hierarchy. Marxists was the one that brought about hierarchy, where you have the bourgeois, you have the proletariat, you have the lumpen proletariat. But ironically, they are still the diplomats that tend to accept everybody. Inclusivity is sociology. But let's come back to an individual. Every human being is an individual. You are an individual, I'm an individual, and we all come from different origin. We all come from different background. And from day one, your identity is sealed. Now we have three elements. Every individual alike, or every individual alive, has three major elements. You can't run away from those elements. Your identity to begin with, yeah. Then your ego. Then eventually your super ego. Right now, your identity is coming from where? From your family. And Onyeka, what is family? Family is the smallest unit of the society. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? And whatever your family gives you is what builds your ego. Then you go to the society, and that is what builds your super ego. Are we communicating here, Onyeka? So, when we talk of the social media space, it has reshaped a lot of our egos, which is not supposed to be so. Our egos are supposed to be built from our first agents of socializations. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? Your first agents of socialization can be a primary group, it can still be a secondary group, but mainly we always, let's talk of majority. Yeah, of course, when you're reading any literature, you tilt towards the majority. We're not ignoring the minority, but majority of individual build their identities, let me use plural, and their egos in their first agent of socialization, which usually happens to be their families. Onyeka, in the present day now, do we have families? We have gotten to a point where single parenting now is the order of the day. So, do we really have a family? When you read social studies or civic education, what was the combination of a family? Mother, father, children. In fact, some of the families can be extended where you have grandmother, grandfather, uncle, cousins. Are we communicating here? There was a time, like I said something, I told you that it could be a small group, it could be a big group, right? Where if it's a big group, not only are we talking of an extended family, we're even talking of the community itself. You are Igbo. People have something like that where you say that if you and somebody are from community, you could consider yourself siblings. You won't even marry each other. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? So where are the values? God bless you, my brother. Many homes are broken. Even the ones that have the two parents, nothing come out there. There is nothing there other than trauma. So that individual identity and ego is built around trauma, is built around imbalance, is built around incomplete values. So these children come out and you're attacking them for not calling Tony Emelu Esa or Papa, or I don't understand. Onyeka, they talk serious thing, leave me, Jerry. You get what I'm saying? So there's angles to this whole thing that when I chook my mouth inside, you people might think that the girl paid me to do PR for her. Yes, you people would think that the girl paid me to do a PR for her. Yes, because we put so much weight on these children. Have you seen some parents talking to their children as if their children have the same brain as them. Have you seen where maybe a child glitches to the road and maybe, God forbid, there was a near accident kind of thingy? Have you seen where some mothers or some fathers will beat the child? Are you sure? Why are you beating the child? Who deserves that beating? It is you. Who is the adult? What do we mean when we say the frontal lobe has not developed till the person reaches this certain age? I did okay, you don't know. I did educational psychology, right? And I did child development. There's a stage, and that is why you see we're going through what we're going through currently, and hence the reason why you see the Ministry of Education have set a standard for children to go into the university, whether we like it or not. In as much as there's a lot of exposure to our children of nowadays, and that makes them intelligent, I don't take it away from them. The fact remains that there's also a certain amount of wisdom and there's a certain intellectual capabilities that comes with age. Onyeka, no be say I dey brag. Right now in school, my CGPA is 4 points. My CGPA is 4 points. I have a better understanding, intellectual understanding than I did 10 years, 12 years ago. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you. Like, even me, I am surprised at myself. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? And it makes sense. Yeah, when they say what the elder sees sitting down, the younger one can never see it, even if they climb the Iroko tree. You know what I'm saying? It's just that Onyeka, it's a whole lot, We started from speaking about eviction of Cassi and we digress, but basically this is what I intend to do. Like, I intend to bring value to my channel. I'm not saying the commentaries are not good enough, but I just want to put out value. I get what I'm trying to say, because for me, I feel I am I am not, I am capable to call myself, okay, I'm close, this close, let me don't go and let me don't go and put myself into trouble, because these days now the academic setting has become so strict. Yes, although mostly abroad, but I believe that when something begins abroad, it can easily come into Nigeria within a short period of time, So I have to be careful not to claim what I am not. Let me finish and have the certificate before tomorrow somebody will challenge me and say, where is your certificate? Because we've gotten to a point that people might know these things, might have a very good um, intellectual skill, but we always want to attach it to a paper, to a certification, which is not a bad thing. But I feel that we have gotten to a point in this world where certificates should not be the only thing that should determine your capability. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? It's important, don't get it twisted. And plus the fact that I want to pursue a career in academics, right? Yes, I'm pushing towards academia. I want to be a lecturer, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah. So I would low key call myself an information professional. I know the ethics, because as an information professional, we are taught ethical standards, right? Of any sort of information work, any kind of information work. Look, I'm gradually gathering data for a living. I said I am gradually gathering data for a living. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? I have taken courses in archives and records, you know, um, preservation and conservation. I've taken courses in media resources, mass media resources, actually. So, what am I trying to say here, my brother, is the fact that the monetary value of social media keeps bringing people to keep cameras in front of them and say all sort of misinformation or spread all sort of misinformation and disinformation that is destroying a lot of our youths. Are you getting me? And when we say it's destroying a lot of our youths, it is easily destroying a lot of our youths because that is what they are consuming mainly, and because we do not have the smallest unit of the society intact any longer. What is the smallest unit of the society? The family. We do not have it intact any longer. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? So it is what it is, my brother. There are some areas again that I wanted to digress into, but let me do that. I know they fear anybody. Don't you think that this girl also had the guts to call Tony Tony? Because old men like that, they can't check them. No be need what could do. I be need okay. I be need we go marry Regina. Just look at that. Just look at it. When you talk, they'll say she's an adult. Yeah. So all of these things um, contributes to depreciating the level of respect. Look at the display that need indulge Regina. Just look at the display, and you think that these girls do. This Regina does not have proteges, or she does not have people that are looking up to her. You think she does not have the audience that are looking up to her? See, it doesn't even have to happen in particularly, but because it is something in the public eye. That's why I told you something clearly about social media. Unfortunately, social media is the one training all of our children. So that's why I said the hypocritical standard. If I sit down and break down that Tony Emelu and that girl's conversation, that interaction, that they are coming here to shout, nah, Onyeka, even you begin to look at me upside down. You look at me in a weird way. These things are in our very before. They are in our eyes, where these older men have proved themselves to be of low value, because they call themselves high value, but me, I call them low value. To be of low value, to date girls that are old enough to be their, or young enough rather, to be their granddaughters, and display to us on the social media space, and push it out as a poverty alleviation scheme. You know, I won't forget there was an interview of this same maid that I watched. I'm just digressing and giving examples, right? Like, based on the fact that that girl was able to look Tony in the face and call him Tony. Yeah. Now, there was an interview of Nate that I watched, and they asked him why he was marrying young girls. And what did he say? He attached it to a poverty alleviation motive, whereby when he marries that young girl, he elevates her family financially. Make it make freaking sense. And look at the show of wealth, the PJs, that is private jets, the Lamborghinis, the lifestyle that this girl showed. You think even me, as I am like this, you think at some point I wasn't envying Regina? So it is capability, it is accessibility. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? So that girl looking at Tony and calling him Tony is no big deal to her. If she has seen her mates marrying people that are older than Tony, it's just the way now that young boys now have become so comfortable going after older women. In the past, older women, they like a deity, then they sacred. You see a younger boy having a strong crush on an older woman, but now so you go they chop him, you go they swallow him. But now it's not like that anymore. Are you seeing what I'm saying? It is not like that anymore, because now you see clearly older women coming on social media and displaying their love with their younger husbands or younger boyfriends, whatever, and vice versa. So when you guys are saying that this girl called Tony by his name, have you guys also flipped the coin on the other side, where you see these young boys, especially with the fact that some of them ended up doing Yahoo and getting money? And that also built their confidence. Imagine there was a time I was driving and there was this young boy that almost wanted to scratch my car, and I told him, hey, no bash my motor. Guess what he told me? He said that if he bashes it, he'll get me something better. This is a boy of, if I want dash and age, let me give him 21, 22, and look at the way he's talking to me. What I expected him to say was sorry, or even if he wasn't going to say sorry, it's okay. But I expected him to be careful. Like, I expected him to just take note of what I said. But instead, he had the guts to look me in the face and tell me that I should chill. That even if he bashes my car, he's going to get me a better one. So, my brother, we'll do something about this content ideas. Thank you very much, Onyeka. I really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate it. This is almost 11 o'clock, 22:43. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, there. Good night. For those of you that are going to rewatch this, if you get to this point, I really appreciate. This is already 1 hour plus. Just give this video a thumbs up and we'll talk. We'll talk a whole lot. We'll do a lot of psychology, we'll do a lot of sociology, we'll do a lot of information work, we'll do a lot of detailed analysis. We'll do a lot of detailed analysis on certain this thing, but let me tell you something about life. As long as you're alive, learning never ends. That's what I've just I have grown to understand, that learning technically never ends. Yeah. And there's always something new, there's always something new, there's always something new. So nobody knows it all. There's always something freaking new. hmm there's always something new. How about we do it tomorrow? Because now when I get off, I want to go and shower. Do you understand? I want to go and shower. Very important. And okay, let's just see. If I'm not, let's do it tomorrow. Bye.